What if I told you that with just a few clicks and some AI magic, you could have an automated business running 24/7, making money even while you sleep? Let me take you on a journey where the right tools make all the difference. Let's dive in. I want you to pause for a moment. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Relax your body and let each breath guide you closer to the story I'm about to share. Don't rush, for this tale isn't just for listening, it's for feeling. Each step in this journey carries a lesson, and every fall is an opportunity to rise stronger. Imagine, full of passion and dreams, with a heart eager to change the world. At just 16 years old, you see an opportunity, a chance to express yourself through a digital product, a PDF, something simple but valuable that you believe could help people. But then you face challenges you never expected. You can't process payments. You can't automatically deliver the product. You don't know how to make your idea a reality. These hurdles seem like walls, and it's easy to feel discouraged. But there's something important I want you to understand. Success doesn't always come from perfect steps taken at the right moment. Every great journey begins with small, unsure steps. No one succeeds without facing challenges. These struggles are not barriers, but signs that you're moving closer to your goal. Let's go back to a young person. When they faced failure, instead of quitting, they learned from each setback. They couldn't sell their PDF right away, but they didn't give up. They sought ways to improve, discovered new tools, and learned from their failures. Over time, they realized that these setbacks had led them to a deeper understanding of how the digital world worked. Success is not just about creating great products. It is about understanding the tools and systems that help you sell those products. With each failure, this young entrepreneur learned how to work smarter, not harder. One of the most valuable tools they discovered was AI, artificial intelligence. AI isn't something distant or difficult to understand. Today, AI can help you create products, automate your sales process, and even help you find customers. This might make you wonder, how can someone with no technical skills, no background in this field, still build a business that works? The answer is simple. AI has created an amazing opportunity for anyone, regardless of their background, to build an automated business with minimal effort. We live in a time where everything is changing. New technologies, new tools, and systems appear every minute, and they bring opportunities that were once unimaginable. Let's revisit the story of this young person. They didn't just sit back and wait for opportunities to come to them. They actively sought them out, leveraging the tools that technology provided. And one day, when everything came together, they didn't need to work tirelessly day and night. They could generate income passively. This is a clear example that success isn't just about hard work. It's about finding the right vehicle, whether it's through digital products or other income stream. What matters is finding the systems that allow you to scale effortlessly. It's not about grinding more. It's about building a foundation that lets you work smarter. As the entrepreneur shares their story, the key lesson here is simple. Success isn't only about how hard you work, but also about finding the right tools, systems, and strategies that allow you to scale. When you work smart, you'll uncover opportunities that others might overlook, and sometimes the simplest opportunities can lead to the most significant transformations. After a period of learning and persistence, this young person discovered that AI could help them not only to create products but also run sales on autopilot 24/7. This was the turning point in their career. They realized that today anyone can start a business without needing to show their face or possess technical expertise. It's a golden opportunity. So, if you're starting your journey today, I want you to remember this. There's no easy path. But if you keep learning, keep evolving, and know how to leverage technology, you'll find that success is not as far out of reach as once seemed. You can begin with small steps and gradually build your own empire. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's a process of patience, of consistent effort, of facing failures and learning from them. But if you persist, step by step, you will reach your destination. The journey itself is where the transformation happens, not just the destination. And remember this, in this journey, you are the only one who can decide where you go. The truth behind building a billion company isn't just about who you know, but who you work with. Let me show you the secret to creating a culture that drives success from within. Now, I want you to take another deep breath and you've come a long way from those early struggles. You've overcome countless obstacles, and now your business is starting to grow. But growth brings new challenges. This is where the real work begins. The part of the journey where you must learn not just to work hard with others in the right way. You see, success doesn't just come from the effort of one person alone. It's about the people you surround yourself with, the team that believes in the same vision and is ready to put in the work alongside you. Building a successful business is not just about your personal hustle. It's about creating an environment where everyone operates as if they own their role, as if the business is theirs to run. Let me take you back to the entrepreneur's story. As their business grew, they realized that the traditional way of hiring employees, people who simply follow instructions and wait for the next task, was not enough. The real magic happens when you bring people into the team who think like entrepreneurs themselves, people who are proactive, who take ownership of their work, and who push the business forward without needing to be told what to do. Our CEO of their own department. Instead of waiting around for orders, they're constantly looking for new ideas, new solutions, and ways to improve. That's the kind of team you need to scale, to grow beyond what you could have done on your own. Once they've finished one task, immediately begin thinking about what's next. They are self-starters, always on the lookout for new opportunities and solutions. This kind of mindset is infectious and is what propels a business forward. But creating this kind of fire culture doesn't happen by accident. It takes intention, effort, and a willingness to evolve as a leader. As the entrepreneur found, one of the most important shifts they made was creating a flatter structure within their organization. A stark contrast to the traditional hierarchical structure where leaders are at the top and employees simply follow orders. Instead, the entrepreneur decided to foster a culture where everyone could communicate freely, where everyone's voice was heard, and where ideas flowed openly between all levels of the organization. This kind of environment is powerful. It removes the silos that often exist in traditional businesses, and it fosters collaboration. When everyone is aligned toward the same goal, and when everyone is empowered to take initiative, the results are incredible. It's like a well-oiled machine, where each part works seamlessly with the others to create something greater than the sum of its parts. Entrepreneur's company, they didn't just hire employees, they hired people who believed in the vision, who shared the same values, and who were willing to give their best to see the company succeed. This is the key to scaling, finding the right people and empowering them to take ownership of their work. It's not about controlling every aspect of the business. It's about trusting your team to make decisions and supporting them as they grow. But as you build your team, you also need to recognize that culture is not just about hiring the right people. It's about creating the right environment. In the entrepreneur's case, they fostered a sense of urgency and commitment, but they also made sure that their team had everything needed to perform at their best. They created spaces where people could focus and work without distractions. They made sure that there were resources available, whether it was food, coffee, or a quiet place to take calls. These seemingly small details have a huge impact on productivity and morale. And here's something else I want you to keep in mind. Your team is not just there to help you succeed. They're there to help you build something that lasts. As the business grew, the entrepreneur realized that they weren't just building a company. They were creating a legacy. Every person they brought onto the team was helping to shape that legacy. And when you think about your business in these terms, you begin to understand the true power of a well-functioning team. Now, this doesn't mean that building the right team is always easy. It's not about finding people who just agree with everything you say. It's about finding people who challenge you, who bring perspectives, and who help you see the world in different ways. It's about creating an environment where everyone feels valued and empowered to contribute, no matter their role. It's about recognizing that each person has something unique to offer, and that when you bring those pieces together, you create something extraordinary. But even with the right team, you will face challenges, you will hit roadblocks, and you will face moments of doubt. And this is where true leadership comes in, as the entrepreneur discovered. Success isn't just about having the right people. It's about knowing how to lead them through tough times. It's about inspiring them. It's showing them that together you can overcome any obstacle. True leadership is not about having all the answers. It's about guiding your team with clarity and vision, even when things seem uncertain. And so, as you continue your journey, remember that the people around you are just as important as the work you do. Surround yourself with those who share your vision, who are as committed to your mission as you are. And once you've found those people, give them the freedom to grow, to lead, and to shape the future of your business. Successful business is built not just on hard work, but on the strength of the team that stands with you. Success isn't a solo journey. It's a team effort. But how do you create a team that propels you forward? Let me show you how the right culture, the right mindset, and the right people can make all the difference in your path to greatness. As we move forward, remember, building your dream doesn't mean doing it alone. The right team will carry you further than you could ever go on your own. Let's take a deep breath together. Inhale, hold, and exhale slowly. Relax your body and let the calmness wash over you. For what I'm about to share in this part of the journey is not just about business. It's about purpose, legacy, and understanding the true nature of success. You've walked through the earlier parts of this journey, overcoming obstacles, building the right team, and realizing the power of technology and automation. Now, you stand at a threshold. The dream is no longer just a flicker in your mind. It's real, it's tangible. The road ahead is the one that leads to something bigger than you ever imagined. But it's also the road filled with the kind of challenges that test your very resolve. And it all starts with this realization. The journey to $1 billion doesn't end there. It's just the beginning. When the entrepreneur first started, the focus was on digital products. Those early ideas, the hustle to make AIs, it worked. But over time, as they grew and evolved, they realized that business is not just about creating wealth. It's about leaving a legacy. It's about creating something that can last, something that will continue to evolve after you're gone. But in order to do that, you must be ready to embrace new opportunities, take bold risks, and sometimes make choices that go against the grain. Let me take you inside the mind of the entrepreneur as they stood at this precipice. They had built a career around digital products, but now they were standing on the cusp of something even more monumental. They were about to invest in a company that had the potential to reshape the entire landscape of the industry. This company was not just another business. It was a game changer. It had the tools, the platform, and the vision to disrupt how digital products were sold and consumed. The decision to invest in wasn't just about putting money into something promising. It was about aligning themselves with a vision that they truly believed in, something they knew had the potential to scale to unimaginable heights. The entrepreneur recognized the uniqueness of Watt's offering, an all-in-one platform for digital products, one that combined payment processing, hosting, and marketing in ways no other platform had done before the digital product space. And they knew they had to be a part of this. Yet, this is where things began to shift. Success was no longer just about making money or reaching a goal. It became about being on the right side of history, about helping shape the future of an entire industry. And that realization, understanding that the road to $1 billion was just a stepping stone to something even bigger, gave the entrepreneur the clarity they needed to move forward. But as with every great journey, the road was not smooth. Challenges, doubts, and moments when the path seemed unclear. The entrepreneur shared how they were initially hesitant to make the investment in WAP because of unfavorable terms, but their persistence paid off. After several rounds of negotiations, they secured the deal of a lifetime, one that would set them up for long-term success. And even now, as they reflect on that decision, they understand that it was about more than just the money. It was about the timing. It was about the timing, opportunity, and the sheer potential of what lay ahead. And so, they found themselves not just as an investor, but as a co-owner of the company. They were no longer just a participant in the game. They were an active creator of the future. Wow. They were able to help thousands of entrepreneurs like themselves build their businesses, streamline their processes, and ultimately reach their own goals of financial freedom. In doing so, they weren't just building wealth for themselves. They were enabling others to do the same, but beyond the financial aspect. There was a deeper purpose at play here. The entrepreneur wasn't just chasing money. They were chasing impact. The digital product space had already changed their life, and now they had the opportunity to help others do the same. They recognized that the true value in business lies not just in profits, but in the lives you touch, the people you help, and the legacy you leave behind. As they reflected on their journey, they shared an important truth that many people miss. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you give. Success, in its purest form, isn't measured by the size of your bank account, but by the difference you make in the lives of others. The entrepreneur had realized that their true legacy wasn't just in the millions they had made or the deals they had struck. It was in the way they had helped others achieve their own success. And now, as they look toward the future, the road to $1 billion seems almost secondary. They understand that the real challenge isn't reaching a financial milestone, i.e. it's about using that success as a platform to create even more. It's about taking that wealth and using it to elevate others, to build something sustainable that can continue to change lives for generations to come. But there's one more thing that I want you to understand. The journey never truly ends, even as the entrepreneur stands on the precipice of the greatness. They know that there are still challenges ahead. There will always be obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But it's in those moments that true growth happens. It's in the face of adversity that your character is shaped, your purpose becomes clearer, and your resolve strengthens. The road to $1 million is a journey, not a destination. It's about constantly evolving, embracing. It's about always staying, believing in the impossible and pushing past the limits that others impose on themselves. The entrepreneur's story is a testament to the power of perseverance, the importance of taking risks, and the undeniable truth that, with the right mindset, anything is possible. As they stand at the edge of a new era, the entrepreneur looks back not with regret or longing, but with gratitude for the journey they have. They are ready for the next step, knowing that the true measure of a next step, success is not the money they make, but the lives they touch along the way. It's not just about reaching a goal. It's about the journey, the impact, and a legacy you leave behind. How do you turn your dreams into something bigger than yourself? Let's take the next step together. As you continue your own journey, remember, the road to success is about how fast you get there or how much you achieve along the way. It's about the lives you change, the people you inspire, you make on the world. That's the true measure of success. And it's available to you as long as you're willing to take the first step.